A very, very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to you all. Great to have you with us here at Grand Champions Polo Club. The crew are in situ. The Tower of Power there, the centre cam, Stephanie Schwetz is ready. We have our two gold judges in place. A good afternoon to Chase and Monty. Sitting alongside me here, the third man and the chief umpire of Grand Champions Polo Club. My name is Jan-Erik Frank. A very warm welcome to you all to this, the much anticipated final. This is not just any old final. This is a very, very special final indeed. You are here to witness the WPL Palm Beach Open Final 2021. The two teams contending for that title out on the field already, warming up themselves and their ponies. In the light blue shirts, we have Casablanca, and in the dark shirts and the black jerseys, we have Richard Mille. Now, Richard Mille have already won two of our we have a total of 4 tournaments, and we've already played 2. They've already won the first 2 tournaments, winning the All-Star Challenge and the Founders Cup, so they'll be looking to make it 3 in a row here this afternoon. But the twist in this game is that these two teams actually already met during the group stages. Casablanca, on that occasion, beating Richard Mille by 11 goals to 10. So Richard Mille not only wanting to get their hands on a 3rd consecutive win, but also to put the score straight. They have an open bill to settle here with Casablanca. And I can now ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please take your seats and slowly but surely start feasting your eyes up into the sky, because we're delighted this weekend and especially today to have our friends from Team Fast Tracks with us. We've got 2 gentlemen who are going to be jumping out of an airplane. I know, crazy things have happened, and they have already jumped out, I've been told, and we're going to be timing it just right, because already in situ is, of course, Mr. Tom Blake. Yeah, we got it. Thanks, Cal. We've got it. Mr. Tom Blake, who will be singing the national anthem, for which I'd like you all to, of course, be upstanding. So we are now just going to wait another couple of minutes or so. There's an actual countdown for when we want to start this. This, of course, being broadcast live on Chukka TV. So if you're not with us this afternoon, I hope you're settled in nicely at home and you will enjoy what promises to be a very, very thrilling final. 2 10-goalers are going to be facing each other off. 2 brothers are going to be facing each other off. And then we're going to have a father and son, Grant Gansey, looking to make it 2 in a row. Mark Gansey wanting to settle the score. That's the father, and getting his 3rd win, and a very important win here when it matters the most on finals day. So a little over a minute to go. Tom, I can see you've got your bestest guitar out this afternoon. Great to have you with us. Also like to welcome our DJ, Mr. DJ Troubles, who's going to be entertaining you throughout the afternoon. And let's have a little look how they're doing. Well, you can probably see if you look up into the skies, there are 2 gentlemen who've jumped out of the plane. We've got a young man by the name of Everett Joyner. He'll be taking down be bringing down the WPL flag. Then we have Larry Compton bringing down the America flag. And of course, part and parcel of the Team Fast Tracks out on the field, marks the spot, Kurt Fogelzang and Michael Tomaselli. Good afternoon, guys. Great to have you with us again here on this very special day, finals day of the WPL Palm Beach Open 2021. So we've approached the 2-minute mark, just a number of seconds now to go. To be precise, 50 seconds to go when I shall be asking you all to be upstanding for the final. Well, I can feel the tension, and I'm sure once we get this game underway, we're going to see, I think, a Hall of Famer, one for the record books. Like I said, we've got some of the world's best players out here this afternoon competing for that prestigious trophy. There will be a prize presentation, of course, right after the game. Make sure you stick around for that. We will also be honouring some of the finest ponies that we've seen throughout this tournament and, of course, in this final. Let's have another look up there. They're still a little bit away, but we still have a little bit of time. We're just wanting to make sure we get this just right here from the timing. Tom, are you ready? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I can now ask you, please, all to be upstanding. Thank you very much. Please, if you'd like to just be upstanding for the American National Anthem, brought to you by our very good friend, Mr. Tom Blake.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up if you would to Mr. Tom Blake. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom Blake. And a special round of applause for those two gentlemen, Everett Joyner with the WPL flag and Larry Compton bringing down from the skies above the American flag. Thank you very much to all of you at Team Fast Tracks. Great to have you here again this weekend. Now then, players should slowly but surely be making their way out onto the field. They'll be coming into the center in just a few moments when I will introduce them to you by name and handicap, of course. Casablanca will be playing in the pale blue shirts, Richard Mille in the dark jerseys. Our two umpires, Gaston Yorignac, the chief umpire of the WPL. Alongside him will be Esteban Ferrari. Federico Martelli will be in the studio, our instant official replay official, IRO we call him, and our third man up here, none other than the man with the fountain of knowledge, Mr. Steve Lane. Good afternoon, Mr. Lane. How are we?
We are fantastic. I'm looking forward to this game this afternoon. Two 10-goal players out on the field, 26-goal polo, and the finals. Wow, we've waited for this for a couple of weeks now, Jan, and I don't think we'll be cheated this afternoon by anything less important than the finals of the third 26-goal polo league, World Polo League Championship here.
Absolutely. Well, let's just have a little look before we get on with the action here. How these two teams fared as they got into this final. Casablanca coming in with a clean slate, 4 wins out of 4 games, having scored a total of 48 goals, only conceded 37. They took care of business their opening match against White Birch, sent them packing 13 goals to 10. Then it was the turn of Seminole Casino Coconut Creek, who also had to unfortunately bow out again. 11 goals to 10 in favor of Casablanca. Richard Mille then, that was a very important game, which is now going to be a repeat. Again, Richard Mille having the same score there, losing by 1 goal. Casablanca winning 11 goals to 10. And then Pampanorta, the final game in that group, 13 goals to 7. So as I say, Casablanca coming with a clean slate. Richard Mille, their opening game, Seminole Casino Coconut Creek, 9 goals to 8. Then it was White Birch, 16 goals to 9. And as I say, they had that little blip in the system there when they lost to Casablanca by 1 goal, 10 goals to 11. But they beat Tamera, 14 goals to 11. And that was in that semi-final earlier in the week. So, like I say, and they also, having scored 49 goals and conceded 39. So both of these teams very, very strong. And as you just said, Steve, where else in the world can you see or watch 26-goal polo apart from Argentina? And what better venue than right here where champions are born, bred, and raised. Grand Champions Polo Club here in the heart of Wellington, Florida. Great to have you with us here this afternoon on Chukka TV. So, Steve, having gone through the statistics here of how these teams have done, I'm sure Richard Mille will want to settle that score after that little blip when they played Casablanca in the semi-final. Do you think Casablanca will have the nerve, or do you think Richard Mille are going to come out all guns blazing and make a very strong statement very early on in this final?
Oh, I definitely think Casablanca has the nerve, the ability, and the willpower to both come and win this game this afternoon. You know what? And they've probably done some studying since their last game against Richard Mille, and whether they change things around or keep it the same yet remains to be seen.
Well, I can see the players now making their way out onto the field. They'll be led in by the two mounted umpires, and once they line up in front of the stadium here, I shall be calling them out name by handicap, so you know exactly who you're dealing with. Steve just mentioned it. We've got two of the world's best 10-goalers here. We've got Juan Martinero playing for Casablanca. He'll be wearing the number 4 shirt this afternoon, and then we have Pablo McDonough for Richard Mille playing the number 3 position. Going to be an interesting battle between those two, but then even more than that, we've got two young brothers, Barto Castagnola, 9 goals, Heta Castagnola, 8 goals. So two brothers facing each other off, and then, of course, father versus son, or son versus father. Grant, of course, very happy with at least one win under his belt, so I'm sure no matter how this game ends, Casablanca will be very happy with their performance, and so they should be. So the players now, I think, about to be led out into the center of the field. And once they get to the center, as I say, we will introduce them to you by name and handicap. Now, remember also, later on today, we will have the draw for the 4th and final WPL tournament of this season. The Triple Crown of Polo. The draw, again, as I said, will be taking place this afternoon. And then the action begins next week on Wednesday and Thursday. The first ground matches will be taking place. Remember, we will inform you, but you can find all the information you need for the scheduling if you go to gcpolo.com and then look for schedule, all the times and the venues where they'll be playing, because, of course, we play not just at Grand Champions Polo Club. We play also with our sister club, Santa Rita Polo Farm, just up the road. We play at Jan Pamela's. We've also played at White Birch, so plenty of high goal polo fields to choose from. As I can now tell you, the players are making their way out to the center of the field. Now, Steve, what do you think will be going through the minds of those players? A big, big final awaits them.
Well, as Juan Vellini mentioned this morning in the 12-goal, $50,000 national final, that players always get a little bit nervous. But you know what? You're always a little bit nervous until the first bowl in. Then the butterflies kind of tend to go away. So Richard Mille's been here before, Casablanca, first time in the finals this year. But we're looking for a thrilling game this afternoon. We'll look the polo ponies that these players are on. They're fabulous. They can stop on a dime and give you 9 cents change. And also the stick work of the players is fantastic. So exciting day ahead of us, and we're just now getting underway.
Absolutely. So here they come then, the players. Once again, if you just joined us, a very good afternoon to you. You unfortunately missed the team's fast tracks who jumped out of the plane bringing down the WPL flag and the USA flag, but you haven't missed the action yet. Gentlemen, a little bit closer if you wouldn't mind, so that the audience can get a bit of a closer look of you. Come a little bit closer, Gaston, if you would. A little bit closer. Poco closer. Well, maybe the wind's not yet. If you'd like to bring your team a little bit further closer, that would be very kind. Thank you very much indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like you to, of course, welcome the players with a cracking round of applause as I call out the names. So, starting from left to right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. For Richard Mille, known as the Cobra, 2 goals at number 1. Give it up for Mark Ganzi. At number 2, here is one of those two brothers, the 8-goaler, playing the number 2 position, Heta Castagnola. And then the man with the 10 goals to his name, the number 3 on his shirt. Give it up for the maestro, Pablo McDonough. Good afternoon to you, sir. And then at back, formerly 8, if not 9 goals. Give it up for the one and only Paco de Navai. Good afternoon to you, sir. And now, for the team who want to make it 2 in a row and get 1 title of this WPL season thus far. Casablanca at number 1, the young star playing off 3 goals. That is Mr. Grant Ganzi. His teammate, very powerful, at 4. Please give it up for Juancito Bolini. And here now the second of the 2 brothers, Barto Castagnola, 9 goals to his name, the number 3 on his shirt. Good afternoon, Barto. And at number 4, the other maestro, Juan Martinera. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, with the number 4 on his shirt, playing the back position. Your 2 mounted umpires, as I said earlier, Gaston Dorignac and Esteban Ferrari. Federico Martelli in the studio as our instant replay official. And alongside me here, once again, a very good afternoon to you, Steve Lane.
Thank you, Jan. It's great to be here. What a beautiful day it is. A nice slight breeze blowing from the southwest as we can see the flags out on Lake Worth Road blowing just a little bit. So the players are getting off their parade ponies and getting back on their first period ponies, and we will commence play and have a bowl in off of Esteban Ferrari to get this final of the game underway.
Now, Steve, you mentioned about, of course, coming back out on their favorite ponies. There is, of course, a science. There's a strategy here as to which pony they will come out on first. This is not just which one looks the nicest. No. There will be a job at hand that they want to do in that opening first chukker. Very often the first chukker is a chukker where the teams sort of size each other up, get a feel for how they're playing, how the ponies are running, how the ball is running, either in or against their favor. So we will see a lot of changes of ponies. Remember, we will have the so-called courtesy change, which we implemented here halfway, or around about halfway through a chukker. A chukker, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, is a period of play, of actual timed play, 7 minutes, after which you will hear a horn or a siren indicating another 30 seconds extra time being played. Should, however, in that last 30 seconds, the whistle be blown, a goal being scored or the ball going out of bounds, that will automatically conclude that chukker. There are 6 chukkers in total, so a lot can happen in 6 chukkers playing at 7 minutes. Remember, every time the whistle goes, they will stop the clock. And as I say, we've implemented a courtesy pony change because at this level, this is the highest level of polo you will see anywhere else. If you want to see high, you've got to go out to Argentina. And this is unique for the world of polo. And what, as I say, better venue than right here, Grand Champions Polo Club. So it looks like Casablanca will be starting on the east end, this field going from east to west. Ball is thrown into play. It always happens like that. A throw in on the halfway line. And as my friend Dale Schwartz was saying earlier when we were commentating during the week, this is going to come down very much to possession and controlling the ball. And straight away, the first little melee there between the 2 10-goalers. Pablo McDonough, the number 3 in the black shirt, and Juan Martinera, the number 4 in the blue shirt for Casablanca. This will be picked up straight away by Castagnola. Hector Castagnola just holding back a little bit, needs somewhere to play it to. The Cobra making himself available, and watch how Paco de Narvaez will now leave his position at back, going through the center, looking for a potential run on goal. De Narvaez, Paco de Narvaez makes the opening goal. 1 goal to nil for the 6th goaler playing the number 4 position.
Paco just weaving through those players, getting the ball towards goal. And the blue players knew they didn't have a play, cautiously allowing Paco de Narvaez to score the first goal for Richard Mille.
Well, I'm sure this is exactly what they wanted, an early goal very quickly. Both of these teams will be flexing their muscle, wanting to slightly intimidate their opposition. But the way Casablanca played, as I say, in that semi-final earlier in the week, and especially you give this young man the ball, Barto Castagnola, 9-goal player, will just hold back. He now outplays the 10-goaler there. Pablo McDonough sends a long ball up into the danger zone. Can Bellini do something there? He tried to just snap it into play there with a little backhand, but it's left for Ganzi. Short-lived as once again, Bellini will turn it in the corner. Very, very agile and a very hard-working player is Juancito Bellini. He will give this to his teammate Ganzi. This time the younger of the two, Grant Gansey, couldn't find a way through there, and so far it's been very fair. No whistling, no fouls committed by either team just yet. Here we go then. In comes a challenge. The two number threes, Castagnola, avoiding or trying to avoid the hook there from the 10-goaler. And that will be saved by Paco Denavai. Denavai will clear it. He saw that the 10-goaler was already turning on the ball. Beg your pardon, that was Hector Castagnola. Now Barto Castagnola trying to find a little gap there. He's got Richard Mille defenders all over him. Brother Hector coming in for a challenge. Now, Steve, what must that be like when you're playing against your own skin and flesh? They're out on the field. Obviously, you've got a job to do, but it must be difficult playing against your brother, surely.
Yeah, actually, the only friends you have are the other three players in the same colored jerseys.
And that's exactly the way they'll be playing here this afternoon. There'll be no sympathy. It'll all be about winning this very important game, as I say. The final of the WPL Palm Beach Open, a repeat of a game that we had in the group stages. And we have our first penalty, Steve. Our first penalty in front of goal. Oh, and I'm hearing there's a challenge. Every team in the WPL has one challenge per half. And in that game the other day when these two played, we were actually quite surprised how early in the game they actually played that challenge. Because if you don't win that challenge and it's overruled, you lose that challenge. If you challenge and you are right with your call, you retain that challenge, but that challenge cannot be brought over into the second half. So we're still now waiting for the two umpires to get verification from the instant replay official whether or not the foul stands or not. It looks like it does. Thank you very much.
Yes, penalty 2.
So a penalty 2. And it'll be taken very quickly by Barto Castagnola. And Castagnola will make no mistake getting the so important equaliser, 1 goal apiece with 4.5 minutes left to play in this opening chakra of the final. Back to the centre they come. Now, if you are new to polo, you might be surprised, but I'll explain to you why this happens. After every goal is scored, the players, the teams, they change ends. So don't be surprised that Casablanca, now starting on the east side, will be playing towards the west end goal. And, of course, Richard Mille, coming from the west, will be playing towards the east. That is right. That's wrong.
She's got a handheld clock, so continue to play.
I need to actually correct myself. This is not east to west. This is north to south. So Richard Mille on the south end and Casablanca in blue on the north end. And here we go then. Castagnola. Once he gets a chance to run with the ball, Castagnola just leaves them all behind. It had to be the number 4 here, but nicely supported there, and that will go through. A nice little back up there from the number 3. And that was Pablo McDonough. All the hard work being laid up there by Castagnola.
And they stay there.
So a little under 3.5 minutes left to play, and as soon as the umpires make it to the halfway line, Steve, we will have that whistle, I'm sure, for the courtesy change. So far, 2 goals to 1, but of course, there's nothing to go by. Teams still very much sizing each other out here, getting a sort of sense of how they feel. Can you see any slight advantage on either side, or would you say it's pretty level out there?
I think it's pretty even right now. I haven't seen an advantage, nor have I seen a hole in either team's lineup so far. So, it's still early stages, and as you mentioned, they're feeling each other out right now. We expect the pace to pick up. Pablo making a nice near-side neck shot. Only a little bitty foul right there, causing a penalty 2 in favor of Casablanca. So things pretty even, Steven.
Did you just say itty-bitty again?
I certainly did. Just one time, just a itty-bitty time.
Oh, I like it when you say itty-bitty.
Well, I'll try and always remember, never use the words always and never.
Well, if you ever hear me say whoops-a-daisy, just give me a clip around the ear, will you?
I'll look for a daisy cutter.
Here we go then. Quick pony change, 45 seconds. That is the maximum amount of time allowed to go and change your pony. The players back out on the field. And after that goal being scored, of course, we will continue play with a throw-in on the halfway line. I've just heard some very interesting information, Steve. I can't tell you. I'll have to kill you if I tell you. But I think I know who's going to win this. The better team, Steve. The better team.
The team with the most goals.
Exactly. Here we go then. Ball's back in play. And it's picked up straight away by Pablo McDonough. McDonough now, Richard Mille will be looking to try and extend their lead and get themselves a nice little cushion before they go into the halftime break. But Castagnola, he will have different ideas. Castagnola there just forgot to take the ball with him. And Castagnola, you can see, been given a lot of space. Nice little pass. Sends it up to Juan Martinero. Juan Martinero looking for Ganzi. He ran into some traffic there. Paco de Navai standing very firm. But on the second attempt, and Paco will break free here now. Takes it on the near side. He's got no one to play it to. Will hold back a little bit. Maybe now the pass as Castagnola finds himself a bit of space. Picks it up in midair. This is why we have the WPL, ladies and gentlemen. And Castagnola, well, I'm sure, yes, he does. Make no mistake on that one. Hector Castagnola making it 3-1 for Richard Mille. Did you see that, Steve?
That was an incredible play by the Richard Mille team. And head out front, he doesn't get riled at any point in time. He lets the ball settle, and just an easy tap right through the goal. So Richard Mille right now clicking on all 4 cylinders.
Absolutely. Back to the center they come. Just shy of 2 minutes left to play, and it's going to come down to exactly this. We said it at the beginning of the game. Possession, winning those throw-ins, and as if he couldn't get enough, again, Castagnola, the switcheroo, the rotation here as Paco de Navai once again making his way up to the front to try and score on that occasion. Normally, of course, the man with the number 4 is the defender. But nice the way to see how Richard Mille are using that rotation in that team here. They'll be doing that all afternoon. On the far side now, Casablanca, he's lost it, and that could be an opportunity. Gives it unintentionally to his brother Heta, who turns. He's got the Cobra out on his right-hand side. Mark Ganzi trying to create a bit of space for himself to get that pass. Here it comes, a snap pass to goal. And I don't think anybody's going to pick that one up, as that will go over the back line, which of course means a knock-in, a hit out for the team who have just had the ball taken over their own back line. So, 47 seconds and counting. As once again, Castagnola need to bring this ball up all the way from one end to the other. Juan Martinero will leave this one behind for Castagnola. He wants to send it back. You might have heard there is that first siren, and at the front waiting is Bellini. Bellini will take out the 10-goaler to allow Juan Martinero all the space he needs. He's coming, charging down that line. We'll explain that line again to you in just a few moments. And we have a whistle on that play, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a little round of applause, because that will conclude the end of that first chukker. 3-1. Richard Mille in the lead. Make sure you join us in just a few moments for chukker number 2 of the final of the WPL Palm Beach Open 2021.
An active lifestyle means you never stop moving. That's why only Theragun devices are designed to release your body's deepest muscle tension, so you can do the things you love. Land that pose, hit that final rep, taste success, and do it all over again. You only have one body. Make it a TheraBody.
Play is still taking a little bit longer than usual here. It is, of course, finals day to come back out on a fresh pony. If you've just joined us, a very good afternoon. The scoreline, as you can see on your screens, reading 3-1 for Richard Mille. And so far, everyone except the Cobra has hit the target. Heta Castagnola with that superb goal that we saw earlier on, halfway through that first chucker. Pablo McDonough and Paco de Navai. He was the first man to score for Richard Mille. So 3-1. And I've got Steve Lane up here with me, the chief umpire of Grand Champions Polo Club. Now, we did talk about this halfway through the first chucker when we had that courtesy change where it was still relatively open. But I think the way Richard Mille playing at the moment, we could see the first signs of a little bit of a breakthrough here in the more dominant team out on the field this afternoon, don't you think?
Yeah, certainly can. They certainly have the momentum. They've been playing together all season long. And, the chemistry between Pablo McDonough and Heta Castagnola is just incredible. And, of course, Mark Ganzi up front. And twice we've seen Paco de Narvaez go from the back position to the front. And he's the one that scored the first goal of the game and had another scoring opportunity. The ball just went a little bit wide left. So, anyhow, that Richard Mille team is, like I mentioned before, hitting on all cylinders, but don't count Casablanca out. We've got a little break in the action here, and Casablanca come back, and they, I'm sure, are talking about some plays that happened there in the first period, and they are going to rectify that situation momentarily, I do believe, Jan. Because Juan Martin Nero and Barto Castagnola can do the same thing that Pablo McDonough and Heta Castagnola can do. So it's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Absolutely, Steve. No truer words have been said. This team, Casablanca, will be very, very keen. Now, as I did mention earlier, they met before in the knockout stages or the group stages of this tournament. Casablanca coming out victorious on that occasion. But that, of course, as much as it was a great win on the day, but Richard Mille, well, I'm sure wanted to try and settle that open score, so get a double whammy, win this final and win the rematch of these two teams. So they definitely have their work cut out for them. So I would imagine they're going to have a special game plan here today, because the way Richard Mille has been playing so far, it's going to be a tough nut to crack.
Absolutely, yeah. But I think Juan Martin Nero and Barto Castagnola can crack that nut. And like you said, you have some information that somebody told you that Casablanca is going to win. You can't reveal that source, but you know what? I think there's some people that would like to see Casablanca holding the winner's trophy today.
I'm sure there would. And, of course, it would be exciting here. But like I say, having already won 2 tournaments, to try and make it 3 in a row. Remember, that has never happened before. So that would also be, of course, a very sweet victory to win the All-Star Challenge, the Founders Cup, and now the Palm Beach Open. I remember, of course, I mentioned to you earlier, we will have the draw for the 4th and final WPL tournament of this season, happening later on this afternoon. And then after the Triple Crown of Polo is over, the superstars are going to make their way down to Miami Beach for the 2021 WPL Miami Beach World Cup. And that, of course, down in Miami, on Miami Beach. If you'd like to know more, if you'd like to buy tickets, you can. Please go to MiamiPoloCup.com. Now, once again, MiamiPoloCup.com. You can buy tickets and look at the dates of Kent. That, of course, will run from the 23rd through to the 25th of April. That'll be the final. So if you'd like to see some of these polo gods out there on the beach, it's always a fun and a very nice way to end the WPL season. Make sure you join us down in Miami Beach, as I say, from the 23rd of April through to the 25th. So the players coming back out on the field. A quick pony change. Play will, of course, resume where play ended at the end of that second chucker. You can see the clock is ready. 7.5 minutes ready to play. And we're now just waiting, I think, for 1 or 2 more players from Richard Mille. Casablanca already out on the field, ready to play on. They, of course, have picked up some momentum in that first chucker and want to crack on with the job at hand. Richard Mille, I don't know if that's a tactical game there, leaving the opposition wanting somewhat as they slowly make their way back out onto the field. Here they come then, leading the way. Paco de Navai already out there. Hector Castagnola, what a cracking goal we saw from him there in that opening chuck-up. And then Pablo McDonough, and of course the Cobra, who is the only man who is yet to score, but I'm sure that is just a goal in waiting.
That's absolutely correct. And as we look at our score sheet, Jan, Richard Mille has scored 3 goals from the field, while Casablanca has scored on a penalty too. So Casablanca needing to get a little bit of a field offense going here and take the ball to goal, and that's what we're going to look forward from Juan Martin Nero and Barto Castagnola to do just that. He's got 2 young guns up front with Juancito Bellini and Grant Ganzi, and both of those players, young guns, they're able to score as well. So, you know what? Don't count anybody out. I think the pace is going to pick up here as the game goes on.
Without a doubt, Steve, without a doubt. Now, I wonder whether or not maybe Casablanca are just a little bit overly nervous. It is, of course, the finals day here. Adrenaline, I'm sure, will be pumping. But once they get that rhythm going, absolutely, as you say, that combination with Grant, Juancito, the 2 young cracks at the front here, always dangerous, very talented. And then, of course, Barto Castagnola with Juan Martinero, 19 goals between them. You could not ask for more. Here we go then. Ball's back in play. And it's going to be Casablanca with a pick up here by Juan Martinero. And Juan Martinero just snapped that one through. A very important early goal here at the top of Chaka number 2.
One more night, got this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
So back to the center they come here. Important goal, I say, because, of course, that will send ripples of motivation throughout the team. They'll be picking each other up and egging each other on here to do well. Ball is won. Nicely turned around here, but a reaching call there. That player, Barto Castagnola, even though he hit the ball well, but he came across the pony's legs, of course, and that is a no-no, Steve, as you well know.
Yeah, the rules are written, first of all, for the safety of the ponies, and then for the safety of the players. The ponies don't have a choice whether to be out there or not. The players do, although when you see these ponies running down the field and their ears are laid back and they're stretching out, they have confidence in their rider, they have confidence in the footing of the field, and they love the game.
That they do, and of course they are, as many would say, the real athletes here. It's a little bit like Formula One racing. You can be the best driver, but if you haven't got the best car, it's the same in polo. You can be a great player, but if you haven't got the legs to take you there, so the 4-legged athlete, of course, a very, very special part of this game. So a penalty 4 as a result of that infringement just a few seconds ago. Now, I'm not going to promise you too much, but just watch where this ball will fly. Wouldn't be surprised if that goes all the way onto that road right behind us, Lakeworth. It's definitely high in the sky. Albany's put it wide. Castagnola not hitting the target on this occasion. The ball just ever so slightly going out to the left. He hit it crisp and well. But as you said earlier, Steve, there's a slight breeze in the air, and maybe that ball got drifted away a little bit up in the skies as Casablanca will start their next offensive play. A pass over to Castagnola, this time Barto. Still Barto. He's got to get past a man who does such a good job, probably one of the strongest defenders
That's
in
why only
the WPL.
devices are designed.
A nice little ball up to Bellini. Bellini will pick this one up on his stick side as he approaches it, but he's got the Cobra to contend with. The Cobra will clear it. Solidly taken there. Now, if that ball had gone out, we would have the equivalent of a corner kick. But that didn't happen. Bellini keeping the pressure very much on. And Paco de Navai, he saw the open space on his right-hand side, playing the ball exactly into that space. And all of a sudden here, Casablanca coming in to shut down and keep the space very limited here. Castagnola now trying to find a little gap. Great stick work here from the 9-goaler, Castagnola. De Navai. Castagnola, he's got his 10-goaler with him there. But it's gone back to Barto Castagnola. Trying to get a shot off onto goal. Tries it on the stick side, then on the near side. The ball going over the back line. Well, the umpires, of course, have the right to tell the players to use the ball. We don't want to create negative play here. The idea is to have a nice, fast, flowing game of polo. So that ball not hitting the target. That's Paco de Navai. Again, Casablanca standing very deep now in Richard Mille's part of the field. A little steal here. Cheeky little play here by Castagnola. Castagnola taking the ball off the 10-goaler. Still Barto Castagnola, and that could be the goal that they need to get the equaliser. 3 goals apiece. Castagnola with goal number 2.
One more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
3 goals apiece then. 4:15 left to play on the clock in Chukka number 2. A courtesy horse change. Well, Steve, you said it. Casablanca regrouped after that first break, and they're coming out strong.
Yeah, they had time to make another little plan and get more individualized against riding off Richard Mille, their opponent, as far as individual play. And on this last play right here, the 10-goaler Pablo McDonough tried to turn the ball, change the line of the ball just at an angle towards the boards, unable to connect the second time, and Barto able to come in and steal that play and just outrun Pablo to goal. And you notice Juan Martin Nero was back behind, and he didn't give up. He was going just in case Barto got caught and hooked. Nero was going to be the next man.
Yes, indeed. But it's great to see that the confidence, of course, in Barto Castagnola, the confidence to take on that 10-goaler and get rewarded. Now, of course, Barto Castagnola and his brother Heta Castagnola, they are, of course, the already the stars of tomorrow, and it's great to have them here. They played for the first time together on American soil last year in 2020. Of course, last year the season had to be cut short due to the pandemic. So great to see them back again here. This, of course, year 3 of the World Polo League. Started back in 2018. And looking forward to many, many more years of that to come. Here we go then. Back to the center they go. The quick pony change. 4:09 on the clock. As we wait for Esteban Ferrari, the man on the far side, to throw the ball in and get things underway. Castagnola coming out on top, winning that throw in, but Paco de Navai coming in for a challenge, and look at Juancito Bellini. They're working very hard. The 4-goaler up against the 6-goaler. Gives it back now to Castagnola. This time it's Heta Castagnola. Castagnola. He can do what Brother Barto can do, but so can this man, Paco de Navai. A little chip shot. And it's just gone wide. Just gone wide. So no time for complacency here. They were leading by 3-1 at the end of that first Chukka. Casablanca coming back. So far the only team to have scored now in Chukka number 2, making it level. 3 goals apiece with 3:24 left on the clock. Once again, looking for Barto Castagnola. And he will extend that, looking for Juancito Bellini or Grant Ganzi. It lands literally on the back there of the pony, I think, of Bellini. He will leave it for Ganzi. Ball comes out and picked up by the 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough. Ganzi, I beg your pardon, Bellini. Also oozing with confidence. Will take on, that was it was a foul. Bellini already very much on that line. Now that, of course, is very important, Steve. Once you lose the ball, and we have what we call a dead ball, the nearest player, either to or on that line, in this case already on that line, will automatically be awarded possession.
Yeah, the line of the ball is the last line that the ball did travel. And in this case here, there was a back shot. Juan Bellini turned, jumped on that line and the right away, and caught a Richard Mille player coming across the line. And remember, Richard Mille, they might have challenged this play right here, but they used their challenge early in the game in the first period. So it's use it or lose it. But I can't say anything bad about the challenge they did use, because if the umpire's call was overturned, then it would not have been a penalty 2 in favor of Casablanca.
Sure. But of course the question is, is it worth already pulling that challenge card so early on? Unless it's an open shot case, or is it maybe from a strategic point of view better to wait until you have a real open shot case? We will never know. All we know is that challenge was overruled. So as you say, Richard Mille losing that first challenge in the first half, and now a chance for Barto to do what his brother tried earlier, His brother didn't hit the target. Let's see if Barto can hit the target again. And one of those high balls, no mistake. Barto Castagnola getting his second and putting Casablanca in the lead by 4 goals to 3.
We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
Well, Steve, what a turnaround. Trailing by 2, now in the lead by 1. Casablanca very much now finding their rhythm, and that's a solid first touch here by the Cobra, who was on that line. You can see him pointing it straight down. It's against his son, who can't believe it. So, Grant Ganzi a little bit in disbelief. We have another whistle. Now, we haven't heard the word challenge mentioned yet. Do you think Casablanca will challenge this?
No, I don't think so. We saw the body language of Esteban Ferrari on the far side, and he had the Casablanca player weaving back and forth in front of the Cobra. And now the second whistle, somebody must have said something disrespectful to the umpire, so a technical foul. And instead of that being a penalty 3 40-yard shot, now it's going to be a penalty 2 30-yard undefended shot.
Indeed, that of course is something you don't want to do, is mess with the umpires in the world of polo. They will always have the upper hand, and they can of course pull that card, that technical. So a chance here now to make it all 4 players on the score sheet. Mark Ganzi, the Cobra, takes a swing. People in shock up here, absolutely in shock. He would normally put those away in his sleep. So Casablanca avoiding a penalty there. Will get away with that one. They're very happy, of course, they did not concede. Now there's the long ball looking for Bellini. It's sent back. And what a fantastic backhander there. Now Paco de Navai told to leave it. Castagnola in a better position. Up going for the pass is Ganzi. Leaves it behind once again. McDonough. Bellini working very hard there, taking on the 10-goaler. Still Bellini, Castagnola there also trying to lend a helping hand, but the 10-goaler still, no, he's giving it now to Heta. Heta will be in a position to shoot momentarily. There it comes, Castagnola. Castagnola just going wide.
Wow, what a play by Richard Mille. Pablo McDonough leaving that ball for Castagnola. Castagnola trying to evade around and navigate through those Casablanca players. Takes a shot on goal and just barely misses that right-hand post.
Here we go then. Casablanca once again feeling the pressure now. Richard Mille want to capitalize on the fact that they are still very much in Casablanca territory. Now we saw another whistle there, Steve. Coming out there was Juan Martinero. I think Castagnola here.
We had a little shading on that play right there. He was fouling before, blocking the right-of-way before the ball was hit and before it passed his stirrup. And I like how the umpires played a slow whistle, because if Casablanca would have come up with that ball, then there would be no need to blow the whistle. But once the play was busted and Casablanca didn't come up with it, no sense in letting that play develop any further.
No sense at all, Steve. No sense at all. Good pull, good call. So from the center, that will be the outcome of that play. Shading, and it's going to go in favor of Casablanca, who were struggling, Steve. They were struggling to get out of their own half there after that miss-hit by Mark Ganzi on that penalty too, who very much kept the pressure on Casablanca. So I'm sure they'll be happy that they've gotten this advantage now. So quite a lot of yardage, if you will, here for the team in blue. Juan Martinero will do the honors. Now then, let's see who he's going to play to, and I'm sure they will have a set play for these type of situations. The umpire has called play. Juan Martinero will drill that one up to the front. Comes off the pony of Juancito Bellini, but in comes Castagnola, completely with all the time in the world, and Castagnola makes no mistake. 5 goals to 3. After they were down by 2, they lead by 2 here with 40 seconds left to play before we hear the end, or before the end of that second chucker.
Castagnola's third goal of the period, twice from the field and once on a penalty 4, and now that horn is blown, and that is going to end Chucker number 2, Jan. Give us any last words about that chucker.
Well, I can give you some very last words, which is I'm very surprised that after Richard Mille scored 3 in the first chucker, they didn't score a single goal in the second, whereas Casablanca, a total of 4 goals in chucker number 2. We have a final on our hands, and make sure you join us here for the last chucker of the first half in just a few moments, right here on Chucker TV.
Yes, I got my swagger back. Yes, I got my swagger back.
Welcome back, everybody. A very good afternoon to you if you've just joined us. And, of course, welcome back to those who were here from the start. We've got one more chucker to play in this first half. Remember, a total of 6 chuckers will be played. And so far, this first half is gearing up to be a very, very special first half of this, the final of the WPL Palm Beach Open 2021. And as I was saying, right at the end of that second chucker there, Steve, what a turnaround. Casablanca off to a little bit of a slow start in that opening chucker, only scoring once, whereas Richard Mille hitting the target 3 times. They left the field. The score was 3-1. And then the turnaround here in chucker number 2, 4 times Casablanca. A hat-trick there by Castagnola and a goal by Juan Martinero. So a total of 4 goals and no goals by Richard Mille. The final score then at the end of that second chucker of period play, 5-3, and now it's Richard Mille on the back foot.
Yeah, I told you after the first period, don't count Casablanca out. They're going to do something different, and sure enough, they did. They held Richard Mille scoreless there in the second period and scored 4 of their own. So here we are, back once again. Richard Mille ahead of Castagnola, taking the ball to goal, but couldn't keep on to it, and here is brother Barto.
Well, he was a little bit unlucky there. The ball had a bit of an unfortunate bounce and then got deflected there by the pony. Castagnola will hand this one back to Juan Martinero, who has plenty of space. Gans is up at the front waiting for the ball, as is Bellini, who needs to get his skates on. Bellini, will he get to it? I think he will. Bellini, but did he cross the line? Nice control there as that ball is taken out of the air by Pablo McDonough, one of our 2 10-goalers, and he will very quickly snap that ball up to the near side, up to the halfway line, but on the near side, Castagnola, again on the near side. That is on the left side of the pony. I'm sure you've all picked up on the fact that they all play only using their right hand. Leaves that one behind for the 10-goaler. Again, Juan Martinero will leave Ganzi behind. He will try and hook him, putting his stick down to try and avoid him from taking or making the connection. A dead ball picked up by Richard Mille and Heta Castagnola. Castagnola, he knows who's waiting up at the front. That's brother Barto. And that was taken on the half volley there by the 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough. On this occasion, just ever so slightly going out of bounds. And that means a change of possession, Steve.
Change of possession. You could hear Gaston Dorniac counting up to 8 seconds. Dropping the ball on fair, level playing ground, and the Casablanca team will have 5 seconds to put the ball back in play instead of a bowl in. Rule change for the 4th year in a row.
Here we go, back to the action then. Juan Martinero Luckily for him, and this is how you play a game of polo, you back each other up. Oh, it looks like Mark Gansey might have sustained a slight injury there. He might have had a knock there on his hand, I'm not quite sure. Well, the good news is he's still in the saddle, but it looks like he's had quite a painful knock there.
I think when Bartow brought the ball back to the right, Mark caught a horse's bit either on his hand or on his thigh. At least that's what it looked like on the replay, but he's tough. He'll stay up, just stung a little bit, and umpire's giving him a little time to get that sting going away, and then we'll continue to play.
Well, let's hope he's not sustained anything serious, of course. If it's his stick hand, that could be a little bit more of a problem, but he seems to be okay. Well, Gansey there, just as you can see, just stretching his arm a little bit, wanting to get the circulation flowing again. And I'm sure in that play, of course, that would have been unintentional, but these things, of course, can happen. This is the reason why not only are the ponies bandaged up and the tails tied up, and of course is to avoid the manner getting tangled in a back shot. And of course all the players with helmets, and most of them with, or quite a few of them I should say, with elbow protections. That's a nice gesture by Richard Mille, that sportsmanship, as they were given the ball but they sent it back and gave it to Casablanca. So here we go then, the action continues, an near-side steal attempt, I should say, there by Castagnola. Gansey leaves it for the Cobra. Through the center he comes, but Bellini looking to feed the ball back to Castagnola. Castagnola, the culprit here, crossing the line of Paco de Navai, who was already on that line. Good call again by the two mounted officials.
Yeah, Paco read that play well, jumped on the line and the right of way, and of course Bartow was already committed at that point, so he went ahead and made a play right in front of Paco and the two officials right on top of the play. And since there were six players behind, not an offensive play, it's going to be a penalty. 5A from the spot, about 120 yards out.
So Richard Mille still looking for a goal here in this third chukker. Now, of course, at half-time we will have a slightly longer break. Chance for the players to regroup and discuss and evaluate their performance of that first half. Heta Castagnola drills that one down the field, and it just goes wide, and he tried to just steer it in there. Pablo McDonough, he was on the left side of the goal mouth, but the ball just came too quick. And again, another great drive there by Heta Castagnola. So once again, Casablanca have possession, sends it out, everything running via Castagnola. He, of course, if you will, and you said it very well, Steve, he's the quarterback. He's the man who engineers all those plays. Now this one will be a little bit, oh no, it won't be. He just waited for the ball to come to him. Pablo, beg your pardon, Juan Martinero will just loft this one up. It lands on the tee there. Gansey were having to agree to disagree, and it's going to go through. Casablanca, the man with the number 4 to his name, Juan Martinero. The first score now here in chukker number 3. Still no score from Richard Mille. And at 3:50 on the clock, Steve, we're going to have a courtesy change.
Yeah, courtesy change, and I think if you're watching on Chukker TV or here live, you can see why we need these courtesy horse changes. Designed for the ponies, not the players, but allowing the ponies to regroup, and actually the players might be playing their best ponies in 3 half chukkers instead of 1 single chukker or 2 half chukkers, so players allowed to play their best ponies a little bit more often with the courtesy horse change, and the Grand Champions Polo Club has been very consistent this whole winter season of allowing the courtesy horse changes, and also the players are very appreciative of the courtesy horse change as well.
So back to the center they come then, 3:44 left on the clock. And then, of course, at the end of this chukker, that will be half-time. Now, if you are, of course, watching at home in the comforts of your own home, be it here in the US, in Europe, of course, great to have you tuned in. Drop us a note, drop us a comment if you have any questions, either to myself or to Steve Lane. Let us know, and let us know where you play. Happy to give you and your polo club a shout out in the chat box here, coming to you live, of course, on Chucker TV. Here we go. Ball's thrown back into play, and a little bit of a scrum there, Steve, right after that ball had been released.
Yeah, we'll see which way they call this. I'm not sure if they're going to call Richard Mille for standing on the ball and in the right of way. But actually, there is a challenge on this play, so it must be against Casablanca, since Richard Mille has already used their challenge. So the IRO instant replay official can look at that in the booth at all different angles, and should the umpire's call be overturned, then Casablanca will lose his challenge for the remainder of the half, or should the umpire's call stand or be overturned, then they will retain that challenge, and they will have 3:37 in which to use it. However, the umpire's call is going to stand according to the instant replay official. So both teams have used their challenge for the first half, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty shot in favor of Richard Mille.
Well, and they need this, Steve. They need this now to keep the momentum going, because the way Casablanca in that second chuck had started to turn things around here, it seemed that Richard Mille did not find the appropriate remedy to try and come up against how they were playing. And so they will be looking to definitely convert on this one.
Yeah, it's been a chucker and a half since they've scored, so they need to do something right away here very quickly to get back on the board and get that momentum going once again.
Well, they've given the job to Hector Castagnola. Now, he had the situation like this before. Remember, he put it wide. Let's see if he can hit the target this time. 60 yards the distance. It's high, and is it straight? Yes, it is. A very important goal. Hector Castagnola gets his second of the game and puts his team right back in it with 3:24 on the clock. So back to the center they come then. 2 goals in it. This one, Chocker, it's 1 goal apiece. Clock ticking down, of course. This is active play time. Ball's thrown back into play. It's going to come out for Juan Martin Nero. Nero there, battling it out with Pablo McDonough. Wants to get a little bit of space for himself. Castagnola now tucking in nicely behind him. Still Juanmar. Out to the left-hand side this time, looking for young Grant Ganzi, and he needs to get past, and he took a piece of his father with him, I think, there, because I think it definitely clipped his pony, but it's landed right at the feet there of Juancito Bellini, and Bellini has done enough. Juancito Bellini, so that advantage very short-lived as Juancito comes back with a solid goal just after Hector Castagnola had scored, converting a penalty for. Well, Casablanca on a roll here this afternoon, Steve. On a roll.
Yeah, they have certainly adjusted and done very well, and they are scoring in every single period. Only 2 goals from the penalty line and 5 from the field. So Casablanca's doing everything we expected them to do.
Ball back in play. Just shy of 2 minutes played and left to play in this chucker, and Bellini will win the throw-in once again, this time up against Pablo McDonough. But Bellini definitely making him work for it as he turns it around. Haven't also seen as much of Paco de Navai in this first half as I thought we might have seen. Oh, another little mistake there which could cost them dearly. He got lucky, Pablo McDonough. Castagnola now will send the Cobra up on his way out on the left-hand side. He still had Pablo there waiting for that ball to come back to him. De Navai now is going to be beaten on the far side by Juancito Bellini. And unfortunately for him, that ball going over the sideboards, I've got to say, Juancito getting stronger and stronger throughout this game, Steve.
Juan Martin Nero knew where he was unless Juancito called for that powerful back shot from Nero. Just a bad break right there because Juancito had a little bit of a jump on his opponent and was able to take that ball towards the goal. I think he's fired up after scoring down there at the south end.
I think he's fired up too, Steve. I think he's proper fired up. Here we go then, back to the action. Bellini coming down the line, appealing that was it should have been my line. The umpires again being very, very tolerant. A nice bit of stick work there from Pablo McDonough. Bellini.
And he's a little bit too fired up, as you just said. Yep, just coming across that line on the right of way. His horse kicking the ball, and an easy call for the umpires. So we'll see if they give them a penalty 4 or a penalty 3 on that particular play. He was at a quite a bit of an angle, far out, but usually these are penalty 3s in these type of situations, which is a 40-yard undefended penalty shot.
Well, they would do well to get one back before they go into the halftime break, because I doubt very much that they will get back to the center. Remember, after 7 minutes play, you will hear that horn, and then 30 seconds will be added on at the end of every chuck-up. And I think by the time they've played this play, they're not going to have enough time to get back to the center. So this will be the last play of the first half. 4-7. Can Richard Mille make it 5-7? Stepping up to do the honors is none other than the 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough. Here it comes. McDonough, no mistake. And that, of course, is a very important goal here. Goal number 2 for the 10-goaler. And as I said, that will be all they played for in the first half. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 5-7 or 7-5 if you're here supporting Casablanca. And we'll be back after this short break, the halftime break. We'll be back here on Chucker TV in just a few moments.
As far as barns go, it's 10 points.
The weather, the scenic views are unbelievable. To be up here in the mountains in this weather, I don't think you have many choices nicer than this.
feel like we have some really competitive polo up here. It's friendly competitive polo.
The place is amazing. Good polo fields, good players, good horses, so it's a good experience. It's really good.
The club, they have empanadas there, they have Argentine style barbecue.
I'm in love with this place. The club is really nice, the people is really good.
At least what I can see is that it's an amazing place to be playing polo with the family and with good friends, enjoying, and the weather is great. I can't complain at all.
There's so much to do up here, and people are great, and there's some of the best polo in the country up here.
I think this is the place to play for in the summer.
It's as good as it gets for summer polo.
It's maybe my new home.
And as soon as our child is old enough, she's going to be in her polo school.
You just want to be a horse in that barn.
Back everybody, a very good afternoon to you. Great to have you with us here live on Chukka TV, which is where this broadcast is coming from. Grand Champions Polo Club. We are halfway through the final, the much anticipated final. Two 10-goalers facing each other off, two brothers on opposite teams, and of course father and son, where father still has an open score to settle with his son Grant Ganzi, who in the group stages won this game. It's a repeat of a group stage game, and that sometimes happens, that the same two teams will meet again in the final. So Richard Mille currently trailing by 2, as Casablanca will send Juancito Bellini on his way to get Casablanca off to the start that they wanted. Paco de Narvaez coming in to just avoid, or at least do enough to not allow Juancito Bellini to hit the target on that occasion. Would have been the perfect start here for Casablanca. Remember, Richard Mille trying to make it 3 in a row. They have possession, but only shortly, as Castagnola, this time beaten by brother Heta, coming down the line, and that is exactly the outcome of that little duel there between the two brothers. Juan Martin Nero firmly established on the line after Heta stole the ball of Castagnola. Couldn't do anything with it, and it was a little bit too late because, as I say, Juan Martin Nero coming down that line.
Exactly. As we talked earlier, the line of the ball is the last path it traveled, and the line of the ball was going 90 degrees towards the boards with Casablanca established on that line and that right away. And the Richard Mille player, when they jumped out, thought they had enough time, but that gap closed quickly, not allowing that play to succeed.
So a hit from the spot. Now Castagnola will very much be in a position from there. It's slightly at an angle, but if anybody can, then he can. He's going to tap it in a little bit closer. He's allowed to do that. Here comes the drive. It's high in the sky. The goal judge will just wave that flag. What a cracking goal. I told you that he could do it, and he's done it. A one little tap to tee up the ball, and then he just sent that one through the uprights. Great goal there by Barto Castagnola, restoring that 3-goal advantage, 8-5.
So a costly foul against Richard Mille, costing them a goal on that particular play. Umpire right behind sees that ball and signals it going through the goal.
Back to the center, and it's picked up by Castagnola. This time it's Heta, the Cobra at the front, wanting that ball. Heta again. Castagnola, this time he's got to get past Grant Ganzi. Castagnola will try and snap this one himself. The Cobra on the near side. Can he make the contact? Just going over the back line there. So a little bit unlucky again. He didn't probably expect to have that ball come to him, Steve. So a little bit left or wrong-footed there, but he gave it his best shot, didn't he?
Yes, he certainly did. A great attempt by Mark Ganzi. However, ball just rolls over the back line. So here we are. Here is Juan Martin Nero off the back line.
Looking for and finding Castagnola. Castagnola will try and send it back up to the front where Bellini was in situ. He just had to hold back here, but the Cobra coming to it first. Now this will be interesting. Paco de Narvaez, another one of those clear situations here. De Narvaez coming up despite the fact that Castagnola played it on the near side, but he couldn't really, with the power and the speed he was going at, avoid crossing that line.
No, he fell over the line and the right of way after the shot, and that's exactly what the umpires saw. And he had a breakaway, and all the players, at least 7 of them, going down there to at least the penalty 4 line, and it looks like the umpires are too. Umpires have radios on them so they can communicate on the field even when they're apart from a distance, and this is going to be a penalty 4 in favor of Richard Mille. 60-yard defended penalty shot.
Now this again very important, Steve. They need to really try and convert here because 3 goals in it. We're in the 4th chukker. There's still 5:17 left to play, but this has not been their favorite side of the field so far.
No, you're exactly right. They've missed 1 penalty for it. Haven't they converted one, though, as well? So 50-50 shot here, as statistics have proven.
Say that word again, Steve.
Statistics.
There we go. And again, you see I was just talking about it now. A little bit of bad luck as Bellini will break. He will leave this one behind. Another little shot from Paco de Narvaez looking for, well, there's nobody back home, as Ganzi will clear it, but the danger is not controlled just yet, as they will try and win that ball back and get themselves in a shooting position onto goal. Here it comes in under the neck, but wide by Pablo McDonough. So Casablanca, well to do to defend against this power play by Richard Mille. And they now have possession. Of course, 4:41 on the clock. And let's see how they will fare this time. Castagnola, Heta staying or being told to stay with the hitter. The man who takes the ball and hits it out, Castagnola. The other one, Barton, coming in to lend a helping hand over to Juan Martinero, who has got enough to do there with that 8-goaler. Castagnola now trying to block the way, but still Heta will chase him. That could be a costly mistake. Luckily for Juan Martinero, Castagnola, he had his back. Castagnola sent it back to Juanma. Juanma will look now for one of the two attacking players. A little bit too far there for Ganzi, but Castagnola on a fast pony over on the far side. Castagnola, he could shoot from there, wants to get past Paco de Navai. And that, of course, takes the pace out of the game. Now, what's he going to do? He will tee it up nicely. He will snap it, and no mistake. Castagnola, you can't give him that kind of space, Steve.
No, absolutely not. He just looked for an open laneway right there to shoot the ball. He found it, got it, kept it on the ground, and took a nice, easy swing, but a solid swing to put that ball right through the uprights where it counts. A banker score right now of 9-5 here with 3:18 left in the fourth.
And we have a courtesy change, as you say, 5-9, 9-5 here. Casablanca for the first time in this final now getting a 4-goal advantage, leading. And they're doing everything right. They seem to have a lot more possession, Steve. All their plays seem to be adding up and resulting in some kind of a pressure on Richard Mille, who I think at the moment are still very much more reacting as being proactive in this game. Casablanca being given far too much space. That combination, Barto Castagnola, Juan Martinero, lethal.
Well, Grant Ganzi and Juancito Bellini are playing up front, and when they do that, they're taking two Richard Mille players with them being marked, so that allows more play in the backfield of the Casablanca and allowing them to be a little bit more offensive, and that's why I think we have a 4-goal lead right here halfway through the fourth.
So the players coming back out on the field. I would like to see Grant Ganzi also get up on the score sheet. He is yet to score, as is Mark Ganzi. Now, isn't that funny or ironic that the two Ganzis, Casablanca with Grant and Richard Mille with Mark, are the only two players yet to score. The two brothers have scored, the two 10-goalers have scored, and as I say, Juancito Bellini and Paco de Navai also up on the score sheet. So who will be the first of the two Ganzis to score?
I think it's going to be Mark on a penalty 2.
Okay, Mark on a penalty 2. I hope you made a note of that. Here we go then, back to the action, and it's going to be the 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough, trying to take the ball around the outside, and again, working really, really hard. He's done a great job here in defense, that man with the number 2 on his shirt, Juancito Bellini. Well, they cleared it, but they couldn't regain possession of it, as it's picked up here by, this time, Heta Castagnola. Castagnola trying to wiggle his way through those blue shirts. Bellini knows he needs to clear the way. Castagnola, now he's very quick in just snapping a shot here when you least expect it. Castagnola around the outside, there it comes. Was a little flick of the wrist there as he snapped the one towards goal. Ran into a little bit of traffic as Casablanca, again, evading another score against them. Juan Martinero looking for Bellini, but Ganzi will get there first. Took a swing and a miss. Bellini just pacing and holding his time, but he got punished. He got punished as Castagnola opened the trap and watched him fall right into it there. Clever play by Heta Castagnola.
Yeah, that play I think was a 50-50 call, and Casablanca is going to exercise their challenge here with 2:09 left in the fourth period. So we'll see what the instant replay official decides on this play. And, you know, this play went down the field very, very fast. I got to give the umpires credit for keeping up and riding very hard with the play, but we'll see what the instant replay official decides.
Well, as you say, a challenge, of course, the instant replay official there, Federico Martelli, will be looking at that footage very, very closely. Do we have any news yet, Steve?
We've got no foul on the play. So good challenge by the Casablanca squad. right there. So we're going to have a bowl in where the ball was when the whistle was blown. So a good challenge by Casablanca. And in my opinion, a great job by the instant replay official.
Absolutely. Well, of course, only here at Chukka TV can we give you these kind of decisions so quickly. Mike Ferreira, executive producer, of course, with the top-of-the-range technology to allow us to give you exactly all this very valuable information. Castagnola here sends the ball up down the field looking for the Cobra. Will he pick it up on a stick side? A cut shot attempt, but he cut it nicely. And what a great goal. Well, you got it wrong, Steve. You said a penalty too. He did it out of play. A great goal there by the Cobra. A perfectly timed cut shot. And that brings the deficit down to just 3 goals. Still 9-6 in favor of Casablanca.
A great shot by Mark Ganzi. A difficult shot at that angle as well. That's like threading a needle from 30 yards out. But he successfully completes that play, completes the swing, and narrows that 4-goal margin down to 3.
Back to the center. Richard Mille again coming out on top, winning that throw in. Castagnola will pick it up on the half line, gives it back to Pablo McDonough. McDonough now trying to lose the other Castagnola. Barto, who will try and chase him if he can. A solid little near side backhander. I think somebody's lost his mallet head. So one of those players with a little bit of a broken polo mallet. You can see it out there on the field. Castagnola there, while not wasting any time, will want to get his team into double figures. Now remember, Castagnola able to snap a shot to goal more or less anywhere within that half. He'll leave this one behind. Bellini appealing as he came down the line. A little bit unhappy with the umpire's decision to allow play to continue as Castagnola gives it to Ganzi. Now once again the rotation up at front. Paco de Navai. Navai couldn't control that on the bounce. Ganzi on his second attempt. We've had the first horn of the last 30 seconds to be played in this Chukka. Still Casablanca. And a whistle right in the far corner will conclude the end of that fourth Chukka. So 9-6. They were leading by 5 for a while, but they still have a 3-goal cushion going into the last 2 Chukkas. You make sure you join us here on Chukka TV in just a few moments.
To be able to come here and play a course such as this, it's a great experience. Probably the best tee gift I've ever received, so, and that's no lie. My wife actually gave me a pair for Christmas before I played in the tournament, so this will be my 3rd pair, so I'm looking forward to it.
Over the calf, 17 and a half. Outseam 43 and a half.
We make a personal pattern for everybody, and that takes a lot of different points on a body to draft a pattern.
I have at least 7 or 8 pair. Great golf course and get a pair of blue jeans out of the deal. It's freaking awesome.
The down for that is 17 and a quarter.
Was that about 32?
Yep, you nailed it.
Same thing you've been wearing since high school.
6 and a half.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks so much for being here, and good luck today on the course. We will do a true shotgun start today, so good luck today, and y'all have a great time.
People aren't accustomed to getting a gift like custom pants at a golf tournament, but for clubs that do offer that to their members, it's been a success every time because it's so unique, it's so different, and it's an American-made product that's custom. You get measured for it, you get to design it and pick it. Who doesn't like that?
Getting a pair of jeans from Blue Delta is a great gift, something unique, something that they normally wouldn't get that they really appreciate.
Welcome back, everybody. Good afternoon to you all. Great to have you with us here on Chukka TV. We're coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club. And, well, Steve, after that very first Chukka, when Richard Mille laid up 3 very quick goals And Casablanca, who got off to a little bit of a shaky start, only scoring that one goal. It has been all uphill for Casablanca if I look at the way they played so far. So end of chukka number 1, 3 goals to 1 for Richard Mille. Then came the turnaround. They scored 4, no score for Richard Mille. They left the field 5 goals to 3 at the end of the second chukka. They continued their campaign, scoring another 2 goals each. 7-5 the score at half-time. And 9 goals to 6 at the end of the first 4 chukkas played. That whistle at the end of that previous chukka now, of course, means a penalty 4 in favour of Richard Mille, and it'll be taken by Heta Castagnola. Castagnola just puts this one wide. Very, very, well, as we said, Steve, that end of the field this afternoon does not seem to bode well for Richard Mille.
No, he's only 50% on those penalty fours at that end of the field, scoring 2 and sending 2 wide. So Juan Martin Nero bringing the ball in off the back line, going to send a pass over, looking for Barto Castagnola. However, Pablo McDonough is going to be there first. Pablo McDonough trying to get around Juancito Bellini. McDonough on the near side. Bellini in hot pursuit. McDonough still on the near side, trying to take that ball towards goal, but Bellini's trying to ride him off. And a nice near side tail shot by McDonough right over to Heta Castagnola. Heta with a neck shot, puts it right on through. No problem for him. And now a score of 9-7. What a play by the Richard Mille team.
Well, it took a long time in coming, but they're right back in this game. Cracking goal there by Heta Castagnola. 6:30 left on the clock. An early goal, a very important early goal here in this penultimate chukka, which I'm sure will pave the way here and motivate the teams, especially Richard Mille, at no end. That ball thrown in, won by Casablanca. Castagnola there again, peeling to the umpires. The whistle came. Now, you were talking about a slow whistle here, Steve.
Yeah, and a little right-of-way violation there, Casablanca thinks. And it was called against Richard Mille for Paco being in front of Barto Castagnola. So Richard Mille is going to challenge this call early in the 5th period. So we'll see what the instant replay official decides after looking at all angles of that play. And remember, Jan, the instant replay official has to have 100% evidence to overturn the umpire's call.
Absolutely. So he'll be studying that footage very, very carefully here. You can see some of the Richard Mille players absolutely not happy with that call.
Can we get all people off the field? Yeah, we just saw guys steal a ball in front of all these people.
Thank you, Juan. Those balls are counted. So, Steve, any news yet from the studio? Any updates on this challenge?
Yeah, the challenge, the umpire's call stands, so Richard Mille will lose their challenge for the remainder of the second half. Now, should a game go into overtime, then each team gets a new challenge, but in this case, they are done for the half.
And, of course, a big opportunity now here for Barto Castagnola. Let's see if he has a little bit more luck here. I think he did score earlier in the first half exactly from this position, converting a penalty 4. So Casablanca very much at home at that end of the field. And that, of course, the south end of the field. Castagnola taking a nice calm run up. And that one is straight as an arrow. No mistake. Barto Castagnola. And hang on. It's been overruled. It's been overruled. Now, remember, the mounted umpires can overrule the goal judges. Well, it looked pretty straight to me. But, of course, we are, a good 200 yards, well, not even 180 yards away from that goal mouth. So, no goal. No goal. Back to that 9 on the scoreboard. 7 goals to 9. And Richard Mille here on the attack. Sent back, looking for Juancito. Bellini beaten to it there by the number 4, Paco de Navai. Haven't, to tell you the truth, Steve, have not seen as much of Paco as I would have liked and was hoping for.
No, in the first period, he played number 1 a little bit, but he's back at number 4. Of course, I tell you what, Juancito Bellini's doing a great job of marking him, so kudos to Bellini.
Absolutely. Now, he has been playing so solidly here, doing the change. Picked up on the halfway line by Ganzi. Can't control it. Castagnola, will he leave it behind? No, he tries to weave his way through, but he gives the ball to the opposition. It's picked up by brother Barto. Here we go, the two brothers right in front of the audience. Camilo, known as Heta Castagnola. Well, that's a little bit too cheeky for comfort as the 10-goaler Pablo McDonough clearly on that right of way, on that line of the ball. He got it crossed. And the umpires, of course, had no choice here but to blow. But they have a chance now, Steve. Now, this could be the end, the north end of the field, which could be a little bit more in their favor.
Yes, it certainly could. The wind at their back at this point in time, and we'll see where the umpires place the ball, whether it be a penalty 4 or a penalty 3. Richard Mille thinks it should be a 3. So they are conferring with the instant replay official at this point. I will say that Richard Mille had Mark Ganzi down front, but the instant replay official will once again, and this is where the end zone cameras help out quite a bit. So he can go and either look at the drone footage or that north end zone camera to see the position of the players. Because 4 things that determine the ball placement is danger or severity of the foul, location of the players on the field, location of where the foul took place on the field, and then, of course, repetition. How many times has that same foul been committed by either the same team or the same player?
Absolutely. So, again, pressure now in an important phase of the game here to draw or to claw one back and come within 1 goal of the Casablancas. 9 goals already up on the scoreboard. Well, it looks like it's going to be a penalty 4. Steve, penalty 4 then, 60 yards the distance. Let's see if Richard Mille can make the most of this. A big opportunity here. This will put them right back into this final. And they need it now. Remember, no more challenges. They've lost the challenge in the second half. And who's going to do the honors? The 10-goaler himself, Pablo McDonough. It's high and it's straight. The umpire raises his hand, so a very important goal here for Pablo McDonough. That's the second goal here for that team in this 5th Chukka. Castagnola, of course, Heta scoring once before. And that makes it 8 goals to 9 with 4.5 minutes left to play in this, the penultimate Chukka. Well, as you could be, it was to be expected, the who's who of the world's elite polo names are here. Nick Roldan is in the house with a very elegant hat, I have to say. I saw Alejandro Navijo Estrada earlier on. Juan Martin Zubia I've seen in the house. Nacho Figueres is in the house, as I say. The who's who of the world's elite are here with us this afternoon. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Great to have you with us. But I must say, I do like Nick Roldan's new hat.
That's a pretty fashionable brim he's got on right down there, isn't it?
I might just have to nick that off him. So, 3:55 on the clock. Courtesy change, again, should be over momentarily as the players will come out. Richard Mille finding their groove here in the second half. They knew they had a tall order to come out and do and play well, but they've done a good job so far. Can they get the equalizer, or will Casablanca, which they have been doing throughout this game, keep them at bay, keep that pressure on, and try and just win it over the time that's left to play? 3:55 in this Chukka, then of course, Steve, 1 whole Chukka left to play.
Yeah, and I think Richard Mille has picked up the pace here a bit between Pablo McDonough and Heta Castagnola. Certainly working well together in the middle, scoring goals and bringing them within 1 goal. Here is Nero off the back line.
Juanmar looking for Castagnola. There's the pass. We'll just check up a little bit. Still Castagnola, the 2 number 3s here. 9 goals up against 10 goals. Pablo McDonough, of course, the 10-goaler. Castagnola Well, you know what, when you get to that sort of level, Steve, there really isn't that much in it. Ganzi getting that touch. The Cobra will loft it over all the players' heads. Coming down the line again. Again, one of those mistakes here. He positioned himself ever so well. Heta Castagnola got himself there in the rumble seat. And I'm pretty sure the umpires will award a penalty here in favor of Richard Mille.
Yes, they will. However, didn't look like Juan Martin Nero was happy with that call. I don't know if they'll challenge that play or not. Gaston Doniac right on top of the play, along with Esteban Ferrari doing a great job, and Casablanca is going to choose just to go down and line up for the penalty shot.
So here we go then. Penalty 5A quickly taken. Paco de Navai has a little look, holding back for just a second. Now he's found a position to play to. He's going to leave that one for Castagnola. Castagnola will change directions, cut across the field. A lot of space. That's high in the sky, a little bit too far for Ganzi because Junior was there just before, but he intercepted it well. Ganzi versus Ganzi, and it's going to be Mark against Grant coming through to goal, and again Grant just beating him to it. Mark not happy with that play. Now it's a bit noisy up here. Was there a whistle on that play, Steve?
I don't think so. No, I think it's just going to be a knock-in. A missed opportunity there from Richard Mille. Grant Ganzi back in that ball at the last second. Crossing over, but no danger on that play. So we are going to have a Casablanca knock-in off the back line.
Quickly taken once again. Castagnola this time taking it over to the left-hand side, allowing Juan Martinero a little bit more space to take the ball up to the halfway line. Castagnola now tucking in behind. That is team play at its best. Ganzi also taking out the next dangerous player, the 10-goaler. That is Pablo McDonough. There's the pass up to the front door, looking for Juan Bellini, but again, Paco de Navai just managing to clear it. Nicely taken on the near side. Castagnola, he will be away with this one. Give him half a chance. In comes Bellini. He knows he's got no one to play it to. Gives it to Castagnola, who just picked that one up. He wanted that ball on the mallet head. Bellini now. Still Bellini. It's his right of way. Ganzi can only watch as Castagnola weaves his way through. Gives it back to Bellini. There's a little daisy cutter up to the front. Looking for Ganzi. Ganzi on the near side. Right in the jaws of that goal mouth. It'll be picked up once again by Richard Mille. It'll be the 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough. Castagnola's up there waiting for the pass. Here it comes. He has to check, let the ball come to him on his stick side. Turning in, nicely done, Castagnola. Gives it, leaves it, I should say, for Pablo McDonough. McDonough now, where's he going to play it to? Out to the left-hand side. Heta wants it back. Now again, the duel of the brothers. Down came the hammer there from Barto. In comes Bellini. He will send the 10-goaler, Juan Martinero, on his way, and he could be away now. Here we go then. Juan Martinero in hot pursuit by Pablo McDonough. Nero, he's topped it slightly. Wait for the challenge. Nicely done by Juan Martinero. So 10 goals to 8 at the end of a very, very exciting and fast penultimate fifth chukker. The boys are going to change ponies. Make sure you join us for what promises to be winner take all in the sixth and final chukker when we're back after this short break.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day. And the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us. It is the sixth and final chukker. There are only 2 goals in it. Casablanca still holding on to that lead, which they gained after the end of the second chukker. They were down and only down that one time at the end of the first. It all turned for Richard Mille as Casablanca got their rhythm going. Since chukker number 2, they have been leading. It was 5 goals to 3, then 7 goals to 5, then 9 goals to 6. And at the end of that last chukker, 10 goals to 8. So very little in it, 2 goals only. Richard Mille, as I'm sure Casablanca, Steve, will be coming out there now with their bestest ponies, because this is now make or break time.
Yeah, they've still got to be offensive. The best defense is a good offense, and that's what I expect Casablanca's going to do is keep bringing that ball down and shooting on goal, trying to keep the ball away from Richard Mille. 2 goals is not very much in this handicap level of polo, and, of course, a lot of time, 7 minutes and 30 seconds for Richard Mille to have different ideas.
Like the hat. So let's see how they're going to fare here now in this very important 6th and final chukker. Remember, we will have the prize presentation right after this game, where we will be honoring also 4 of the best ponies, not only of this final, but also of the tournament. The American Polo Horse Association, the Argentine Polo Horse Breeding Association, so make sure you stick around. And of course the MVP, what is deemed to be the most valuable player. Well, we've had another interruption here. It looks like one of the players there might have just got a little knock, and I think, and that would of course be very sad news if Juan Martinero wasn't able to continue, but I think he's okay. It's all going to come down to this now here. Very, very important 6th and final chukker. So the umpires have decided to go for a throw-in. Ball's thrown into play, and he tried to unload one. He couldn't, but Hector Castagnola will try and pick it up once more. But Bellini again. Look at Juancito Bellini. This young man really, for me, one of the strongest players out there this afternoon. Has worked very, very hard as Castagnola now will try and tee the ball up for a shot. Has it taken off him by the brother as Paco de Navai had done most of the hard work, but the goal, of course, will be given to Hector Castagnola for finishing it off. 1 goal in it now, 9 goals to 10. Casablanca just holding on to their lead.
A very nice team play by Richard Mille. Paco de Navai centering near side neck shot up to Heta, and Heta right there anticipating the play and putting it on through to bring that 1 goal difference back in play.
Now then, it's going to come down to winning these throw-ins, and it's going to be McDonough. McDonough will send the Cobra on his way. Ganzi now right in front. But Paco de Navai to lend a helping hand. It's cleared. Who can turn first? Well, no whistle and an open run. He looks over his shoulder. Castagnola, plenty of time. Heta will be chasing his brother. Can he avoid brother? Oh, now that is Polo God somewhere not happy with someone, but Grant Ganzi leaving the best till last, scoring a very important goal here for Casablanca, restoring that 2-goal cushion. Wow.
Casablanca answering that goal, just scored recently by Hector Castagnola. So once again, a 2-goal difference right here with 5:30 left to play.
Ball back in play. Who's going to win the throw-in? Castagnola fighting hard there with Camilo, his brother. Hector Castagnola, they're dancing around in circles. Eventually then it'll come out for Juan Martinero. But that's only short-lived. Castagnola versus Castagnola. Ganzi. Yes, and that pink dress, the young lady in the pink dress with the nice long hair, yes. Yeah, you, could you please move away from that zone there? You're sitting, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Juan. Well spotted. Thank you, Melissa. Back to the action. Paco de Navai. And an open backhand to goal. Castagnola couldn't finish it. Now here we go then. Casablanca. Awaiting at the front is Barto. Castagnola. He got clipped. But there is another 10-goaler who will drill that ball deep into the half. Now then, can he get another touch? I'm sure he can. He just needs to... Ooh, slightly overcooked it. Gives it to Barto Castagnola. My goodness, did you see that?
Casablanca never giving up at all on that drive. Nero sending a bomb down there, and Barto picks up the loose ball and hits a hard shot. We could actually see it curve up here, Jan, but it was right through.
That was right through. And what power play we're seeing here now in the dying minutes here, or the last few minutes of this sixth and final chukker. Casablanca going into overdrive here, hitting the supercharge button, and all of them, all four of them here, giving a tremendous performance. And I know it's still too early to call it, but Steve, I think it's fair to say that Casablanca have the slight edge at the moment over Richard Mille.
I think the key word there, Jan, that you just mentioned is slight edge. It's not over till it's over. And Richard Mille, you know, they've got different ideas about Casablanca standing on the trophy stand. Yeah, they really do. They'd like to be on the trophy stand by themselves, holding up that third World Polo League trophy.
So here we go then. Back to the center they come. That would have been the last courtesy pony change of the afternoon. Ball back in play. Castagnola round the outside. Head to Castagnola. Richard Mille, they have still quite a bit of work to do. It's sent back. Powerful near side backhander. You don't want to give it to that man. If you are supporting Richard Mille, Paco de Navai doing what he has done so well all afternoon, blocking and defending, getting possession back. But again, Casablanca, they are adamant that they want to win this. Now then, Juancito Bellini, who has the faster pony? Bellini, will it be a one-touch or will he tap it? There comes the touch. More of a stroke, really, than a touch. Castagnola. Ganzi will try and send it back. Herta will feed it up to, well, not that Ganzi. He's trying to send it up to Mark Ganzi. And Castagnola might have to do this one himself under the next shot. Barto will steal it. This is costing valuable time. 3 minutes and a few seconds left to play in this very important sixth and final chukker. They trail by 3. Richard Mille need possession very quickly now here if they want to change things around. But Castagnola just toying with them there in the corner. Still in possession. He will leave this one behind for Juan Martinero. And he'll be thinking, watch this, as I will send Ganzi up on his way. Here comes the pass across the field. It'll land on the green here for Ganzi. Cleared by Paco de Navai. And now Richard Mille with another chance here. And again, the man who just does not quit working here, Juancito Bellini. McDonough. Pablo McDonough, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Across the field he goes, looking for Castagnola. And a whistle, Steve, a whistle.
Yeah, we've got a whistle on that play for sure. We've got two players coming down the line of the ball and the right of way, and Head to Castagnola just getting caught, taking a little bit too long to change the direction of that play, and I believe we just had another whistle. So not much to lose here with 2:06 left on the clock. I don't believe Richard Mille was happy with that call. So we'll see if there's a technical applied on top of the penalty shot right here in the sixth and final chukker of regulation play.
Now, I did mention to you, of course, after this game, we have the extensive prize presentation for the draw for the Triple Crown, the fourth and final WPL tournament of the 2021 season. And then, of course, we all go down to Miami Beach for the WPL Miami Beach World Cup from the 23rd to the 25th of April. You can still buy tickets, of course. Go to MiamiPoloCup.com, MiamiPoloCup.com, where you can still obtain hospitality tickets, of course, for this very, very prestigious event. I know the players, having spoken to some of them, are very much looking forward to after what will have been a very, very exciting but also a hard season. And they will be down there, the Polo Stars that have now become household names here, courtesy of Grand Champions Polo Club and, of course, the WPL. And they will be down on Miami Beach. So go to MiamiPoloCup.com. Make sure you get yourself some tickets. It really is a must-attend event. And we are very much looking forward to being down there, of course, with our dear friend Tito Gaudenzi. That from the 23rd to the 25th of April. Make sure you're there for that as well. So, quick courtesy change. 2:06 on the clock. And I'm sure Casablanca will be feeling that they are within reaching distance of securing their first win of the season. Grant Ganzi there with a solid little cut shot towards goal. It's going to run a little bit short as Paco de Navai will clear it. 1:50 left to play on the clock. They are trailing, or they are in the lead by 3 if you're supporting Casablanca. If you're supporting Richard Mille, they need 3 very, very quick goals, and they've only got a minute and a half to do it in. And as much as we always say crazier things have happened in the game of polo, but this, I think, is nigh impossible as Bellini regains possession. 2-on-1 now, if they can turn it around. Ganzi, he's not done yet. He wants to have another crack at this as Castagnola will avoid the hook there from his brother. He will try, oops. He was going to try and send that one into another zip code. And now it'll be Pablo McDonough looking for the Cobra. There's the pass. A bit too far out for him as Castagnola will get there first. He will send it back over the halfway line. It has a little bit of a spin on it. Ganzi thought that was going to come to him. Still Grant Ganzi. And you can see the pace now slowly dying here in this game. Casablanca can't celebrate just yet. They know they've done enough. They still have possession. 45 seconds left on the clock. Ganzi will power that one into the danger zone where maybe Paco de Navai will have a run at this. The Cobra still making himself very much available. Castagnola. There is the horn. 30 seconds left to play. Well, I'm sure you will not mind me saying that the winners, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, of the WPL Palm Beach Open are the team that have done what they did earlier in the week, again on the weekend when it mattered on finals day. Casablanca, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Palm Beach Open 2021. Congratulations to Grant Ganzi, Juancito Bellini, Barto Castagnola, and Juan Martinero. Commiserations, they put up a great fight here. Mark Ganzi, Heta Castagnola, Pablo McDonough, and of course Paco de Navai. Final score then, Casablanca 12, Richard Mille 9. Let's see how they played last week. It was just 1 goal when Casablanca won by 11 goals to 10. We are going to have a short break here, allow the players to get ready for the prize presentation, when I know a young man by the name of Dale Schwetz will be out there on the field interviewing the players. So stay tuned and join us in just a few moments here for the prize presentation of the WPL Palm Beach Open 2021.
All right, so at the Great Charity Polo Club, we're in the tents down here, Casablanca's tent. They had 2021 Palm Beach Open winners, and a super strong team here. This team gotten stronger and stronger every game, and this is just the pinnacle. This is when you peak, and it's all about peaking, man, getting to that spot in the finals and peaking, and they did it today. So we're going to get these guys as they come off here. They come together. I love how they leave the field together. They ride on together, and the big love, because you got, with Ganzi, Double G, love playing with Juancito. It's his homeboy. It's another championship for them. Barto Castagnola, this guy is a new rising star, 9 goals and just playing amazing. And Juan Martinero, whoop, I'm going to bow to that man right there. Here they come right here. We'll get a good shot of them. I love it. So calm and relaxed after they win the big tournament. But that's what happens, man. You get in these big tournaments, and I know it's always a lot of energy. Because you remember, you had the Cobra and Double G, father son going at each other. Then you got the brothers with Heta and with Bartol, and then when you throw the 10-goalers behind those guys were Pablo and Nero play together on a La Fina team and win these guys. So it's a lot of energy. Here they come right here. There's Bartol right there. What up, Bartol? Congratulations, man. Well done, Bartol. Bartol. No, just say, come on, just say it. No, one little interview. One little, I know you don't like speaking it. Come on. I'll do one more. Just say, hey, congratulations. Congratulations, my man. Well done, huh? Bartol Casanova right there. Congratulations, my brother. We'll get Walmart and the boys, but he's a little shy. Okay, we're going to get him warmed up, though. Hey, well done, Juancito. Finally, you bring it in. Tell me about it, man, because I know you and Grant, of course, you guys are always fighting to win these tournaments. Tell me about this one.
I don't know, man. I'm fucking tired.
I bet the energy. I talked about the energy levels being big today with this. It's hot, and also the energy between the teams. You guys have played a lot against each other. What did it feel good today? I mean, how did the team feel as we went on?
High stakes. We lost against them last tournament, and we beat them earlier. So it was kind of like usually when you come back the second time, they come stronger. So we had even more pressure to keep it going, and we ended up winning. I don't know.
Congratulations. I talked about that. A lot of energy extending this game, not just on the field, but off the field.
Yeah, I don't know. How was it? I mean, there's a lot of fouls, so I don't know how good of a game it was to watch.
Yeah, no, that's right. It was a grinder. Congratulations. Champion, 2021, Palm Beach Open. Well done, buddy. Well done. Well, let's get the boys over here. They all look worn out, man. I feel worn out with it, too. With the boys over here. Gee. What up? You know how it is when you play the Cobra, man. I was talking about you and you're playing against your dad. Congratulations, man. How'd it feel?
Felt good, man. I got to say I'm just gassed. We gave 120% effort out there, and man, it was hot. And it was, like I heard you saying some energy was flowing. There was a lot of energy out there. So, we gave it our all, and I was happy we were able to win. And it was good for the team, good for the grooms, good for the organization. I think we've been trying really hard all season, and I think we're just a goal short, you know what I mean? So we lost the semis of the All-Star to these guys by nothing, and we had a chance to go to the final of the Founders, and we blew it. So I think we were we came in a little bit more motivated than we would have probably if we'd made the last final and lost, or had made the last two finals, you know what I mean? So I think it was coming in with that chip on our shoulder and knowing that we needed to prove ourselves, and I think we did today.
Well done, bro. I was just talking about that. You guys are a great team. I know you guys are looking for the big win here, so congratulations. 2021 Palm Beach Open champion, man.
Yeah, no, it feels good. I'm happy it's a good win, and it's nice to be winning here at the 26-hole level when last year wasn't our year with me sidelined for a little bit, and then Juan Ma's obviously injury was tragic. Yeah. So 2020 we kind of put behind us, and 2021 obviously has been a different year. We've been playing well. I think we just needed to show everyone what we could do, and I think today we really came out and played, as well as we could have.
Well done, dude. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Walmart, congratulations, man. Always a great captain. How'd it feel with the boys today?
I feel amazing, man. It was a tough game, but to finish like this is so good. For all the team. I think we worked hard for this, and now we have to celebrate.
Yeah. Tell me how you feeling with the injuries and stuff, because I know you worked out the Aspen Valley Polo Club all summer. I know you went back to Argentina. You had to deal with it there. How you feeling now?
Last year was a hard year for me, and I think that now I'm sound. After those injuries, now I feel really well out in the field and also doing some gym, and I feel great there.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, man. I love the way you captain this team, these young guys and stuff like that, man. You're the man. Juan Martin Nero right here, 2021 champion Palm Beach Open. Congratulations, brother. All right, yeah. Hey. Hey, thanks, Walmart. There you go. Amazing, right? You can feel these guys. Man, I got tired just listening to them there. All the energy that they extended. And like Grant and Juancito were saying, they went up against this Richard Mille team, and you're all going to talk about Richard Mille. Super, super strong team. This team has been so much fun to watch. The Cobra, Pablo, Heta, and Paco Denver. These guys play. It's a great team. So just a super, super game. A lot of energy extended here in these type of games. But just goes to show you when you see the looks on your faces, it's always special to win. So that is very, very cool. So, well, there we go. Always got to come to an end. I hate this part of the game, but Here we go at the Grand Champions Polo Club. I'm Dale Schwetz. And for Jan Edick, Frank, and Steve Lane, I speak for the whole Chucker TV family. I want to say thank you for making us leaders in polo broadcasting. And remember, here at Chucker TV, when you see games like this, that's why we say we love the polo.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us. We are about to commence with the prize presentation. And as is customary here at Grand Champions Polo Club, we're going to start by honouring the the real athletes, the four-legged athletes, of which we have 4. So the ponies are going to be given their blankets, and then we will call them up one by one. We have 4 different awards. We have the WPL, the World Polo League Best Playing Pony. Then we have the American Polo Horse Association Best Playing Pony of the Final, the American Polo Horse Association Best Playing Pony of the Tournament, and the Argentine Breeding Association Best Playing Pony of the Tournament as well. So if we could start, please, by bringing forward the WPL Best Playing Pony, Rhodesia, ridden by Heta Castagnola. There she is, and there is Heta. Look at that, look at her ears. She's excited, all the attention here for Rhodesia. Beautiful young mare, I'm guessing she is. And enjoying the limelight, as I say, ridden there by the man with the number 2. She will now be awarded that WPL, the World Polo League Best Playing Pony blanket. And I'm sure that young man is going to lend a helping hand, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted to have him with us this afternoon from ESPN West Palm Beach, Mr. Josh Cohen. Good afternoon, Josh. And Heta himself will lend a helping hand on getting that blanket on the pony. Look how calm she is. Well, she has had a busy day at the office. Yeah, that's the... Oh, well done. So, ladies and gentlemen, now everybody together, please. Let's have a round of applause for the World Polo League Best Playing Pony, Rhodesia, ridden by Heta Castagnola. Thank you. Thank you very much, Josh. Now then, if we can have the second pony coming up forward, please. And that is the American Polo Horse Association Best Playing Pony of the Final, Matsu, ridden by Juan Martinero. Where is she? I'm sure she's there somewhere. Don't be shy. No need for the long face. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, ridden by the 10-goaler that is Juan Martinero, American Polo Horse Association Best Playing Pony of the Final. Here she is, Matsu. And she, of course, will also be given that Best Playing Pony blanket. Make sure you get your pictures. This is the golden opportunity to get the pictures, as the grooms will lend a helping hand there to get that pony ready. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. American Polo Horse Association Best Playing Pony of the Final, Matsu, ridden by Juan Martin Nero. And nice to see that we also have Cedra Smith there now coming in to help and assist Josh Cohen. Thank you very much, Cedra. You're doing a great job. Loving the dress. We still have 2 more ponies to get through. If I can now ask once again for the American Polo Horse Association, the best playing pony of the tournament. Please step forward. Girl Power, ridden by Grant Gansey. So that, as I say, the best playing pony of the tournament. And she gets the American Polo Horse Association blanket to go with it. Well done, Grant. There she is. Once again, let's put our hands together here for Girl Power. Thank you very much. And now the 4th and last pony that we're going to honor this afternoon is the best playing pony of the Argentine Breeding Association. She was ridden by Pablo McDonough. Please step forward, bring her into the arena. Irenita Suspiciosa. I hope I pronounced that correct. Suspiciosa. There we go. Irenita Suspiciosa. Where is she? There she is, ridden by Pablo McDonough. And she wins the Argentine Breeding Association Best Playing Pony Blanket. Thank you very much. As I say, written by Pablo Madonna. Once again, a round of applause for Irinita Suspiciosa. Can't pronounce it. Suspiciosa. There you go. Suspicacia. Thank you very much. I needed someone in Spanish to help me out there. Suspicacia. Thank you very much indeed. And on behalf of all the ponies, let's have a big round of applause for all the ponies. Thank you very much. So, thank you very much, Josh Cohen from West Palm ESPN and Cedra Smith, who are going to be conducting the prize presentation. Without any further ado, let's start with the runners-up. Richard Mille giving us a superb display this afternoon. Please come forward, Mr. Mark Gansey. Well done, Mark. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, step forward, the talent that is Hector Castagnola. At number 3, ladies and gentlemen, the 10-goaler, the maestro, Pablo McDonough. Well done, Pablo. And, of course, at number 4, Paco de Navai. Well played, Paco. And now to the winners of the WPL Palm Beach Final 2021. They did it earlier in the week. They've done it again. They are not a one-hit wonder, ladies and gentlemen. Casablanca, please step forward. Mr. Grant Gansey. At number 2, he played and worked so hard. Juancito Bolini. At number 3, ladies and gentlemen, the crack that is Barto Castagnola. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the other maestro out there on the field this afternoon, please make some noise for Juan Martinero. Thank you very much. Now, before we finish the prize presentation, stick around if you would, Cedra and Josh. We'd like to also ask the umpires who've done a fantastic job throughout this tournament to please step forward and receive their awards. Can I ask Chief Umpire Gaston Dorignac, Esteban Ferrari, Federico Martelli, and Mr. Dale Schwetz to please step forward. Thank you. Some of the finest umpires you will ever see, doing a great job. Gentlemen, both on and off the field. Let's once again make some noise here for your officials. Gaston Dorignac, Esteban Ferrari, Federico Martelli, and Mr. Dale Schwartz. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Josh and Cedra Smith there for the prize presentation. Now, we still have 2 more very important awards to give. We're going to start off with the most valuable player of this tournament, the MVP award. Thank you, gentlemen. MVP award is going to go to Barto Castagnola. Well, Barto, you can take a seat in the chair. Don't worry, it won't bite. Now, we still have one more. Thank you, Esther. We have one more very important award to give, courtesy of our dear friend Nacho Figueres. Where are you, Nacho? Are you there? I can't see you. I hope you're there somewhere. It is the Play of the Day, an award for what we call the Play of the Day, and it's going to be presented by, as I say, Nacho Figueres with a very special bottle of perfume. And the player who is going to receive the award for Play of the Day, handed over by Nacho Figueres, is Hector Castagnola. Thank you, Nacho. Thank you to both of the teams. Thank you very much to Cedra Smith and Josh Cohen for supporting us here with the prize presentation. If I can ask everybody now, please exit stage left, except for the winners of the Palm Beach Open, as Juan Bellini will present the super beautiful trophy now to your champions. Once again, please put your hands together for Team Casablanca. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the afternoon's action here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Remember, we've got the draw for the Triple Crown of Polo happening a little bit later on this afternoon. The action, of course, continues later in the week on Wednesday and Thursday with the opening rounds played for the Triple Crown of Polo. And remember also to make a note in your diary to join us from the 23rd to the 25th of April down in Miami Beach for the WPL Miami Beach World Cup. MiamiPoloCup.com is where you can find all the information. For now, I will leave you with these wonderful pictures, wishing you all a safe week ahead. Stay safe, keep the social distancing so we can all get through this pandemic, and we look forward to welcoming you back here at Grand Champions, and make sure you tune in for all the latest action here on Chukka TV.